Okay, folks. I was asked by Badsad, a good friend of mine, to show not only where to get the files for LSPDFR, the cop mod for Grand Theft Auto 5, but how to install it and how to install all the scripts. And since he asked, yeah, I'll definitely show you. Now, if you had to play through the prologue, all right, the first start of the game with Michael stealing, from the bank or whatever. And you have to do the small scripted parts where you have Franklin, I think his name's Lamar, take back the cars back to that dealership. And you have to get Franklin home, who's home, and let the game save there. Once you do that, then you can install LSPDFR and the other scripts. So I'll show you how to, where you have to go for all of that. It's really quite easy to do. All the links will be in the description for you. So this is what we're going to be doing. You're going to be needing to download this. Now just click on downloads. LSPDFR. And you need to download this file here. Read to the agreement. Now, if you're using antivirus software, you may get a false positive, meaning that, oh my god, this file is virus. It isn't. It's a false positive. It's safe and clean. Now, I happen to use the exec file because it's so much more easier. When you uninstall it, if there's a problem, it does everything for you. You don't have to do anything. And I prefer the exec. Like I said, it's all clean, right? But don't take my word for it. If your gut says, no, don't do that, don't use this or don't do that, then okie doke, follow your gut. You don't know me from anybody else in this world, so, Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new folder called LSPDFR, just so I can store the files that I'm going to have. Now, some files you will... Now, if you happen to download some scripts that require LML, what we're going to do is we're going to download LML. You don't necessarily have to install it, but it's good to have handy. Just in case you do happen to use it. Now, this is 4.8, so we're going to download that one. Okay, those have been downloaded. Now we're going to go back to download section of LSPDFR, and now I'm usually in the script. Now there's all kinds of things. You can install vehicle textures, vehicle models, characters like uniforms, the whole 9 yards, right? But that's a whole different beast, which means that's a whole different video right there. Now there is, you can find all kinds of decent how-tos install the vehicle mods, vehicle textures. So, because I don't think I'm ever going to cover it because it can be really confusing to anybody who happens come across this and go, oh, I'd like to have that, but, it looks confusing to people. So, search on YouTube. You'll find somebody to watch, and they'll teach you how to. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Scripts, Plugins, and I'm going to just take a look at which ones I want out. Now, I do know for a fact that dynamic, if you come across, where is it? Dynamic callouts, don't download that. Okay? Because for some reason it's crashing. It's just crashing GTA 5 or the LSPDFR mod. So don't download that. Now I am going to grab this Radio Realism FR. I'm just going to right click and open it up so I can. not have to scroll back and stuff like that. Read download. 2, 1, beep. All right. Okay. What else we got here? Police menu, computer speed, camp, parking ticket, more. Now, let me see, script plugin, okay. Modern HUD, feature a new realistic police computer. Now, I think this one here requires you to install what I was speaking about textures, and that's what we're saying. We're going to download this anyway, but I'll be able to look inside the zip file to know right away. Now, think about installing plugins and stuff like that. You actually will end up having conflicts in your keys. So you're going to have to go through each one, figure out which sort of keys, script modification statute. This is 1.2.3, 1.2. So we're going to always go with the latest version. But yeah, you're going to have to go through and find out which keys are conflicting, stuff like that. That's where you're going to spend most of your time, is figuring out exactly what you're going to do. Okay. Now, just because I'm downloading these ones doesn't mean you have to download these ones. All right? You download what you want to download. And the more you become more comfortable with what you're going to be wanting to do and with how to do things, then, you expand from that. And you make your own videos showing how to do something. Just because I make a how-to doesn't make me the overall authority on it. Definitely not. I'm just going by what I've learned in the past with this. Okay. I'm going to take you to another location called Bijoli Jobo. I don't know, plugins. This guy's stuff is top notch. So we're going to download Stop the Ped. 1 second. Okay, we're going to download this Stop the Ped. Now, I do trust this site, guys. I've been using it for a very long time. Following this particular fellow. He does great work. I'll back up, we'll grab that. Alright. See? We'll go back. Populate. Now, that particular one I really enjoy. There's a possibility to get the death penalty in suspect. See, but with this, you actually write out your own ticket. Like in a way of, what you're charging the NPC with. If narcotics, whatever the crime is, you get all kinds of different stuff. And there's also other scripts too that you can use where you can, which will expand the charges that you can give somebody. It's really quite cool. But like I said, always read. If there's something listed there, read it. If there's a README in the zip file or RAR file, read it. Very important that you do all of that. Simple callouts, we'll grab that as well. Now this is older scripts that he's created. Don't know if it's going to work or not. I haven't done it in a bit. So, APR Lite, what does APR Lite do? Design and create with performance, okay, realistic for detection angles, front left, okay. It will sound a weak beat every time it reads the vehicle license plate. Oh, cool, okay. So it expands your range. That's good. That's good. You're going to need that. So, yes, I'm going to get to installing what's it called. I'm grabbing what I want here. Speed radar light. Simple basic contains most of the essential radar function. Brightness, okay. There are 4 speed ray modes. Auto, front, left, rear can be switched using default control configure in the INI file. Now, and I'll go over that really quick. But just read through everything. Because it's all about you understanding how to edit things. And attempted crime callouts. This could be interesting. I've never used this. Kidnapping attempt callout, car theft. So what is going to actually end up happening is you're going to come across people who are going to be, being who they're going to be. And if you suspect something's going on, you can end up, pretty cool stuff. All right, I've downloaded pretty much everything I'm going to maybe download. Let me see here. Let's go to audio for a second. Sound path. There's so much for this game, for this mod, that is simply fantastic. Oh, I'm not seeing anything here I want. Okay. But anyway, let's get on with Blink. Okay, so let's go to the directory where I've happened to have downloaded. Now let's go to where I have GTA 5 installed. So I'm going to acquire the address, copy address. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this here. Now this here is Free Commander. There's an updated version of it out there. I've been using dual panes ever since when I was in my old DOS days. I was using Norton Commander, and it was dual pane. So I hate the default of this. I really hate it. I really don't like it. But anyway, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to first install LSPDFR. So we're going to run that. Let it do its thing. English, yes. That. 3. Leave everything as is. It should find your install for GTA 5. Now, for those who are using a not so legitimate copy of it, it will not work. It just won't. Now, there's people out there who are far smarter than I'll ever be in my time, who may have figured it out. I have never looked for it. Who knows, right? So we're going to install it. Alright, we're going to launch LSPDFR first. Now, when you first start it up, it's going to come up with this configuration. Press next. Show a license, because you're definitely going to be needing to see the license. It's going to have a timer in it. Accept. Now it's going to say, now you can select do it for me or show settings. I always select show settings. I want to know what I'm looking at. Alright. The console key is F4. Now, when you're in the game and if LSPDFR doesn't, it shuts down for any known reason, just press F4 and take a look through what's being shown to you. There's also a log file that's written, so you can look through the log file if there's any problems. Plugins, don't load any plugins in startup, which means don't load anything. Just load the game normally. But I usually will load all plugins on startup. Advanced settings, you can look through this, when you get more comfortable. Game settings, backup game version. I usually will back up my game version, just in case something happens, so I can restore it. Save and close. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going to where I have GTA 5 and LSPDFR installed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this, right click on it, copy, go to my desktop, paste shortcut. That way I don't have to keep launching it through here. I'm lazy. Alright, so when I do say double tap on that to start it up, hold down the shift key at the same time sort of thing, right? After I double tap it, hold down the shift key, and the configuration will pop back up for you. Alright. Press OK. There's nothing there. All right. Save and close. Once again, via scene. It's going to load up my Rockstar thing. If I log in. Open the game. If you run into any issues with this, then uninstall LSPDFR and reinstall it and all that stuff. Now it's initializing the game support, so it's doing all with what it was going to be doing. The reason why after you install LSPDFR is that you want to, well, first install it, find out if it's working or not, and if it crashes, then you've got other issues. And this is where you should be able to start off. And LSPDFR did not activate as it should. Alright, so we have an issue. Okay, we're just going to exit out. Looks like something crashed on us. Alright. Interesting. Okay. Alrighty. Let's double click on this again. Hold down the shift key. There we go. We got the big menu popping up. So we're going plugins, all plugins. Save and launch. Try one more again, one more time. Now, if you happen to have any of GTA 5 exec files selected as incompatibility mode as administrator, don't do that. This won't work. So, let's see if this will kick in. Something could have ended up happening here. Wouldn't you know it, when I'm doing a video, it comes up on me. Wouldn't you know it? There we go. Kicking in now. Now the thing is with it, if you've ever dealt with mods before, expect problems with mods. Always. There we go. LSPDFR. Alright, seems to be working so far. Now here's key binding for this. Now, LSPDFR, when you're using other mods or other scripts, you're going to have a conflict with keys. So I suggest you, well, actually we'll go through that. I know this video is going to be a lot longer than what it should be. It should be simple and quick. And unfortunately, that's the way that it is. Now this here, we're going to clear the key for Q, because we're not going to be dependent upon LSPDFR for the computer. We're going to be using the computer from one of the other scripts that I've used. So right away, we're going to get rid of that. Alright, now, start vehicle selection, hold on here, stop heads, we're going to be using another mod for that, for script, so you may want to get rid of that as well, or change it to something else. Okay, I'm going to clear the key on that. Step call out, which is pretty much basic, that's what a lot of them are. Toggle the police computer, like I said, get rid of that. Because you're going to have one key overriding another, and you're going to have multiple screens come up, and alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to escape out of this. Alright, what we're going to do is now we're going to, now instead of having to go outside, I mean you can go to the nearest police station, whatever, but we'll go to the nearest police station. It'll take you, it saves a lot of time and frustration. We're going to go create our character.
Oh, hey buddy.
Hey buddy, how you doing? We're going to create that. Create our character. Okay. We're going to go on duty. Yeah. Go with it. Definitely doesn't look like me. Alright. Heritage. You can set up your heritage, meaning you can, you know, if your mom and dad were both Caucasian, then you can select that. So, you know, it defines your people. So I'm just going to go with this. Yeah, well, the eyebrows. We'll stick with that. Facial hair. I do have a beard. Well, it doesn't look like that, but skin aging, skin complexion, skin damage, facial hair. Let's do my do with that. My hair color. It's not like that. That's for damn sure. Funny, my beard is white, but my hair is brown. It's sex hot. Not that color either. We'll go with that. Alright, once you're done, press escape to go back. Save or save and continue. You're going to be asked your name. Pickles. And you can either create a whole new character or go with what you got. Now, if the mod doesn't crash, it should be alright. Now we get to select our locker and what we want to do. You can go with LSPDFR, staff, New York, whatever it is. FIB, of course, you know, we're not going to use real names. LSPD, current outfit. Advanced customization, which you can use your components, stuff like that, props. We're just going to confirm. Go to the police garage. This video is longer than I wanted it to be. Press continue. I still haven't loaded in the other. Alright. Now that we've done this, we've created our character, we tested to see if it's going to load or not. What we're going to do is we're going to go off duty. Now I do suggest that you always go off duty after you take that, or what they call it. And there's also stats you can pull up showing what you've done through your, you know, your day of being a police officer and all that stuff. Whatever. Oh, didn't want to do that? Dang it. Mike, stop pressing the escape key, you idiot. Alright, let's go back. Right now I need to pee real bad. Come on. Alright. Go off duty. Alright, we're going to exit out of the game now. And now we're going to install the other scripts, which could cause a whole different thing. Be right back. Okay. Now, let's install our other scripts. Alright, as you can see here, AC callouts, ALP. Now all of these, now, there was one here, menu. Let's open that up. Okay, this here you're going to be requiring to install. As soon as I see this, you're going to have to install new graphics, the whole 9 yards for it. And like I said, that's a whole other video. I'm just going to delete that one because quite frankly, I'm not going to be doing that. Alright, so what we have here is all the cool ones that I like. So what we're going to do is we're going to start installing these. Now, okay. Now I use WinRAR. You can use WinZip as long as WinZip allows you to access RAR files. So what we're going to do, we're going to open it up. And of course you get to see this directory here. Now you're going to see this directory and plugins directory. Now if you look in your GTA 5 folder, you're going to see LSPDFR folder and plugins. What we're going to do is we're going to extract these two folders into your GTA 5 main folder. Okay. Now I'm just going to copy here and copy the clipboard. And I'm going to extract these into my GTA 5. Done. And we're going to go to APR Lite. Okay. Yeah, I should buy this, but I don't have money, so. Another plugins. Now, if there is a README, always read the README, okay? It's always good to have a heads up of what you're doing and what's going on. Usually, if the modder is a decent modder, they'll give you installation instructions and what you should do with these things. So, we're going to extract the plugins folder into GTA 5 main game directory. Since I already pasted that in there, it should be already there. Populate, like I said, is one of my favorites of all time. Because if you stop someone, you can write up your own tickets. And it's all done through your Compulite menu system. And as you charge somebody and take them in and that sort of thing, you end up eventually finding out after they've gone through the court system if how long, if they receive fines for the criminal offense, jail time, or even the death penalty, depending on how serious the crimes are. And it's all written up. It's all according to how you write it up. So let's open it up. It's one of my favorites. Yes. Compulate. Now, you'll see a Raise Native UI DLL. You want to extract that. You want to install the plugins and the Raise Native. So we'll do that. My main GTA 5 game directory. The DLL has to be in this main game directory. Alright. We'll go down, Officer Plugin. We'll open that up. Important. Okay. If you see something like that, read it. Pick my patron up. Make sure to install all audio files. Now this is the audio scanner, and I like having ambience in my game. So as you can see, LSPDFR folder and plugins folder goes into your main GTA 5 game folder, as I've already shown you. So we're going to extract those in. Think. Simple callouts. Okay. Open. And of course, as you can see here, LSPDFR plugins do the exact same thing. Directory, speed radar light, open. There we go. Plugins folder, same place. Top head is really good to have. And yeah, I know. Boom. Plugins now, as you'll see, Array's native UI DLL. We already installed that, so you don't need to install that now because it's already there. So the plugins folder, you want to extract the plugins folder, GBT5, and ultimate backup. Now there's no reason for me to keep that shit out of WinRAR. It's just out of habit I do that. And as you can see, you don't need to reinstall that. Plugins. Alright. What is it supposed to overwrite? It's going to overwrite Smart Radio. So we'll just say yes. Alright, now instead of exiting out, I could have just went up here and just selected and kept WinRAR open, but I'm set in my way. Alright, now that we've done all of that, I'm going to go to Rage plugin and start it up, but I'm going to hold down the shift key as well now. Now, when you install the Rage native UI DLL, it's going to come up with this. Okay? Do you want Rage plugin buff to unblock these files? Yes, you do. If you select no, you're going to end up a little bit of trouble. So press yes. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to use those scripts that require that DLL. Not going to harm your system. It's all false negative. Or it's a false positive. You know what I'm saying. Alright, now, like I said, using mods, you're going to end up having issues somewhere along the line. I forgot to do something, but that's okay. We'll see how it goes. I'll show you something while this is loading up. You want to go into your folder here. Like I was going to load up the config to see, you know, to load all the mods on startup, but we're just going to go to this particular file here and edit with Notepad, reload all plugins. So we're good to go. All right. I just want to make sure that's going to load all the plugins. Now every script that we've installed, you're going to end up, it's going to load all those plugins. Now this is where you can end up having issues. One conflicting with another. There we go, we got that. LSPDFR has loaded. Now trying to find out what causes issues. Occasionally you'll end up playing the game, all of a sudden LSPDFR says go take a hike. I don't know why it just loaded me in like that.
That's great.
That's the vehicle. We're gonna go off duty, exit off duty, or and then log back in. I don't know why it loaded me in like that, but it did. I mean, I'm not gonna worry about it. We're gonna go off duty because it's when you go on duty that those other plugins get loaded. Okay.
I've got to get my old paintings out of storage.
Now, this is where the problems will exist. Now, if we run into problems, I'd rather not have problems. That's going to take me a while longer to show you how to overcome them. And that could make the video far longer than what it should be. For the most part, there we go. We got the plugins loading. Believe me, if any of these have issues, it's going to normally cause LSPDFR to dump on you. Police locker. Okay, we're going to confirm my... Oh, actually, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, come on with the escape, Michael. What is with you, boy? Oh, I get so mad at myself. You know? That's who I am, though. Alright, let's go back on duty. I'm now on duty, so what we're going to do is go to police locker. We're going to go with the police officer. Let's change up our inventory. Patrol's done. Okay, we're going to go to police garage. Now, it is cool when you start learning how to install your textures and everything else. Man, you can do all kinds of cool stuff with it. So let's continue. Now, a lot of these keys may or may not, like I said, there's going to be conflicts, but you're going to want to learn which keys are which. Now, my police computer, there we go. Computer light system seems to work. Now, since I haven't done anything, press to access police computer. Now, I had that. Now, that is the LSPDFR. Alright, which is normally a Q, the Q key that I deleted, because I'm not going to be accessing that particular thing. Alright, now that I know that this is working to the best of what I can. Alright, we're going to exit game. And this is what you need to do in order to set up, write down the keys that you need to have the keys. So what you're going to be doing is going to plugins, LSPDFR, and you're going to see the INI files. Now this is where you're going to look and see what sort of keys you're going to have. Okay, it's the key to toggle on and off APR light, F8 key. Now, what you're going to be wanting to do is keep an eyeball on which keys do what. Now, if you want, oh my god, the modifier key, if you want to add a modifier key like left alt, and then like left alt, well, you don't want to do left alt. Like shift, left shift, it'll tell you there, left shift plus F8. Okay? So we're just going to go through here. Now you can edit any of these, unless you're told otherwise not to. Alright? So those keys look okay, so we got an F8, so I'll write that down on my piece of paper. Attempted crime callouts, which key do I need? No modifier key. Main interaction, so it's pretty much key to call taxi, only active when the call allows you to do it. Numpad 0. Call ambulance, numpad 1. Escort key or escort ped key, numpad 7. Write these down on a piece of paper. And call out the N key. Enable censorship. I don't, because everything in GTA 5 is swearing and cursing. Alright. So let's go to the next one. Compulite. Open computer key. E. Hold the key to open. Okay? Normally if you want to put your lights on and stuff like that, if you're inside the cop car, it's just tap E and it turns your lights on. Okay, open tablet key, numpad 0. Now with this APR light, was it APR light? Attempted crime callout, numpad 0. Numpad 0. See, there's a conflict in between the two. So you're going to have to choose a key. But you can see here it has a control key to it, so which means you have to hold down the control key and press the numpad 0. So there's no conflict there. But you want to apply something that's going to remain in. Okay? But that's entirely up to you. Now this is for controller, obviously. Alright, let's go to Officer plugin. Enable and enhance dispatch pursuit update. It will give updates. So what you're going to want to do is set true. And this is for that audio, which is quite cool, actually. Alright, no key conflict. There's a speed radar light. Okay, hold down Control key, left Control key, and press I so you can toggle it on and off. Like I said, any of the keys, if you see any of the keys conflicting with another key, you got to change it. All right, but change it to something that's going to stick in your brain. You know, stop the ped, stop ped. There's no modifier. Main key of this plugin, you have to press it twice in order to stop the ped. There you go. Ta ta. Okay. Key to open the context menu for peds and that is the G key. There's no key modifier. So far, I'm not seeing any keys conflicting with my other things. Gunpoint pursuit, T. Key to be used with gunpoint to make a ped pursuit target. Okay. Shortcut key to quick grab the ped, T. Key to tackle pursuit ped when the player's running. So as you're running toward them, you press the back key, which is probably your backspace key, and you'll jump them. Key to boost player speed is enter. Usually, I don't think you need to use that. Shortcut key, and if you don't want to use anything, just highlight the key and just press delete. Okay? But we're just going to place that right back in there. Shortcut key to pat down the pad is F10 key. And call transport key is G8. No idea what that is. G8 means. So we're going to have to figure out what sort of key we're going to use. For now, I'm going to leave it until I can figure that out. Okay. And once you do that, ultimate backup, we're going to be looking through this here. There's no key modifier, it's just PB, numpad 0, right control key in numpad 0 for panic button. All of this can be really difficult to do when you're driving. So like I said, change the key setups in order to make it feel more comfortable for you. Because as you in the other I&Is, you had left control, alright, and numpad 0. So you don't want that to conflict. So all these keys, you write it down on a piece of paper, you have it propped up in front of your face at the bottom of your monitor or whatever. So you can do a quick look at what's going on with it and all of that. Now you can, for most of these, you can always edit everything. But if, like I said, if there's something like this saying do not touch this, don't touch it. And that's pretty much it, folks. That's just how it goes. That's how you install all this and have fun with it. Now, as you become more comfortable, you can go back to the sites that I've shown you, which those links will be in the description for you. And you can just expand, downloading all kinds of stuff, testing stuff out. And the more you become comfortable with it, you can do all kinds of cool stuff with it. And it's far superior. This mod and all the scripts made by modders out there is far superior to any other cop game out there being sold. Plain and simple with that. Take care, folks, and have a good one.